Crackling is a mystery.
It's always soggy.
Yeah.
Listen to that. How's it? What?
It's just brilliant.
How?
Didn't Nigella do like a Marmite spaghetti?
That sounds
Yeah.
like something I'd make when I get in.
Pasta,
Marmite.
Someone stole.
Yeah,
pudding.
I love it.
Some greedy swine.
When you get a script for something like Succession, do you get a sense of like, this is actually really good?
You sort of think, oh, this is good. This is funny and weird and sort of moving
Yeah.
and ugly and odd. Awful to say, but I felt a bit sort of resentful of the washing up last year.
Right.
That is the best pork belly I've ever tasted.
It is sensational.
I'm like sweating with
pork.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pork. Oh, hello. Welcome to Dish. I'm Nick Grimshaw.
And I'm Angela Hartnett.
And we are here for another episode of Dish. Today, a biggie.
Biggie.
I feel like you're freaking out for today.
Why?
Because I feel like you really like our
I'm a
guest
super
today.
fan.
You are a
have to
super fan.
say.
Yes.
And
yes.
loved everything this person's been in.
Yes.
There's only one thing on that list that I've not
That you
watched.
disliked.
No, I've not watched.
What was that?
That was this one.
Deadpool, not
Yeah.
for you.
Well, I've just not watched
It's
it.
not for you.
Didn't say it wasn't for me. I
No.
just said I hadn't watched it.
No, but I don't think that is for you. The rest, so for you.
Yeah,
Succession,
all of them.
Spooks, Frost Nixon. That's the Angela Hartnett I know and love.
Operation Mincemeat. He was brilliant.
Operation Mincemeat.
Loved it.
And Matthew Macfadyen is going to be with us today on Dish. You may have seen him in all those things. You may have seen him in the Waitrose Christmas advert.
Yes.
Yeah.
His biggest role to date.
Biggest role today. There's
Yeah.
Oscar buzz for the advert. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk to you about. You did a truffle night at Murano.
'Tis the season of truffles.
When is truffle season?
You can get black truffles most of the year, but white truffles really November, mid-November to end of December.
Okay. You got a truffle delivery in the car park.
Oh, yes, last year, yes.
Who was that for? Can't remember.
I think I was going down to a food festival,
Yes.
so I did it down there, yeah.
And a lady turned up in a car.
Oh, Mira, yeah.
Mira, and she is your truffle dealer.
She's like, she's my dealer.
And she came, I'm not joking, she came and she had like plastic boxes
Boxes of truffles.
with truffles in.
Yeah.
And yeah, you sort
And
of
the whole-
knew what to look
Yeah,
for.
yeah, it's the smell and the
Yeah.
feeling them, yeah.
Yeah, you knew. So what did you do at your truffle dinner?
So we did
Truffle-
white truffle risotto.
Yes, yum.
We did guinea fowl with white truffle. Vacherin cheese. Do you know Vacherin cheese? It's like this baked cheese that goes really runny when it's warmed up. Vacherin Mont d'Or with white truffle. And then apple tart tatin
With truffle?
with truffle.
No, you did not.
I did, yeah.
Did you?
On
Bit
the
truffle
vanilla
in the
ice
wine?
cream. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Sparkling water, bit truffle.
Sparkling. Yeah, loved it.
Get it in there.
Get you there next year.
Yeah, I'll come next
Compare.
year. Right, shall we welcome our guest in?
Yes!
Hey, Matthew. Lovely to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Matthew. Yeah, how are you?
Very good.
Come and sit
Good,
down. It's
come
our
in.
humble home.
Oh, Matthew, well, how much bitters do you want in your...
A good slug.
Okay, a good slug. Good slug.
We're looking forward to chatting to you all day. Well, not all day, for the next hour.
Not all day.
Yeah, do it.
Matthew's that one.
Still. Lovely. Thank you.
Let's welcome our guest for today, a multi-award-winning actor. And I always think a good actor is someone that makes great choices.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
picked some excellent choices,
Yes.
including being here today. It's the role of his life. Can we have a round of applause for our guest, Matthew Macfadyen? Welcome.
Welcome, Matthew.
Very nice to be here.
Oh my God, thank you
Thank
for
you.
being here. We have,
Yeah.
before you came, just read your CV out. We're
Yes.
like, bloody hell, that was good as well.
Busy.
We've been-
30 years it's been.
Wow.
Almost, I know.
When you were younger and you were like, you know what, I am going to do this. This is going to be my job. What
Yeah.
was the family reaction? Were they like, please tread the boards?
I was quite shy when I was a little boy, and so
You
I
lived
was
abroad,
happy.
didn't you?
We did. When
travelling a lot?
we left for Jakarta in Indonesia when I was about 8
Right.
or 9. But before then, I'd done plays at school, and I sort of thought, oh, I feel relaxed, I feel
Yeah.
happy. I would get terribly nervous before birthday parties or
Yeah.
any kind of. I don't know why, because I was quite happy, sunny little chap. But
Yeah.
so I found this was a sort of liberating place to be, and so I thought, if I can do this for a living, if I can get away with doing this in my life, That would be great.
Yeah.
I think you've done okay.
Yeah, you've done all right.
Yeah.
You've done all right.
You never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
You never know.
Yeah.
It's all
Right.
downhill from here. Can I have a little sip
Oh
of
my
my
God, please
Yeah.
get
Cheers,
involved.
guys.
Yeah. We're having a glass of water to celebrate the festive period. And we're going to have a wine in a second, but you're having, what are you having? You're having tonic and bitters?
Tonic and bitters, yeah.
Tonic and bitters. Is that your go-to?
That's my go-to, yeah.
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 You said a good slug. It's bitters with tonic.
Yeah, that's
Got
good.
it.
That,
Mainly a
yeah, it
glass
is
of
a bit,
bitters.
yeah.
Yeah.
The mistake is putting it in before because then it all bubbles up.
Oh,
Right.
After, yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
enjoy.
that's good.
And we've also
Thank
done you a Marmite snack because
Okay, I'm gonna
obviously,
have a
famously, mentioned once or twice. People love it or hate it.
They do.
But you are in the firm love. So we.
Very comforting.
Yeah.
Marmite.
Do you ever
Yeah.
cook with it at the restaurant?
Marmite, we do Marmite mushrooms.
Do you?
Wait, for a breakfast thing. So where the hotel we run out in the New Forest, Limewood, one of the breakfast things is Marmite mushrooms on toast.
Do you saute the mushrooms
Yeah,
in
so
Marmite?
big portobello mushrooms in some butter, like a bit of seasoning, and then
Okay.
you just add the Marmite in, and then sort of the juices from the mushrooms,
Delicious.
amalgamate with that, and then on butter
Nigella
toast.
do like a Marmite spaghetti, which I've never
Yes,
tried.
I saw
I've never
that
tried
recently,
it, but
yeah.
Wow.
makes sense in my
That
head.
sounds
Yeah.
like something I'd make when I get in.
Yeah.
No offense.
3 in the morning, and you're hungover.
I'm sure it was delicious,
Yeah, yeah.
Nigella. I'm sure it was delicious. I'm
Yeah.
sure it was mushy.
I used to do that with fish fingers and rice
Oh.
in my drunken days. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, in a big wok.
Oh yeah, fish fingers.
Delicious, a bit of tomato puree.
Yeah.
That's actually what we're
Kind of
having
works.
today.
Yeah,
Fish
that's
fingers.
not really. Yeah.
Tomato puree and rice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And hey, you just celebrated a milestone birthday.
Yeah, I'm
Are we
50.
out of the happy birthdayness?
Congratulations.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
I really like being 50.
Yeah.
Nice.
I liked being 40. I
Yes.
didn't. I like my 20s. I did not like my 30s much.
Why not?
I just didn't. It was like a sort of
Meh.
decade of what is this? Like,
Yeah.
am I old? Am I young?
Yeah.
I'm getting fatter. I have to stop smoking.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense because I had babies and got married and all,
Yeah.
so it was very lovely. But I just thought,
Yeah.
It was
But
a
no
nice.
thanks.
There were nice things
Kind of
that
a
happened.
fact. Yeah.
But when I hit 40, I just thought it was a relief.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought, oh, it's okay.
Now you know where you are. You're
Yeah.
hitting that
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I was-
nice you saying a relief because I was 40 this year.
Okay.
And people were like, oh, how do you feel about it? I was like, it's not like I'm 100. No. I was like,
40.
Which
I know.
actually would be very impressive.
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you were
I was like, feel
140.
good about
Yeah.
it. I was like, I feel about 40.
Yeah,
Like, I
it's
feel-
great. Like,
yeah.
it's as it should be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah. Did
Yeah.
you have a big birthday party?
No.
No.
My idea of hell. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Right.
I went to see my missus. She's working in Athens, or she's just finished, so I
You're
went
right.
to see her.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
With the kids or just?
No, they don't really want to be with us anymore.
Oh,
Not
are they
really,
of that
no.
age now? Is
Yeah.
it sort of teenager years?
Yeah, we're going to go away after Christmas for a bit of sun, and we asked them if they wanted to come, and they said no.
Oh.
Yeah, they said really, you and Mummy should go, and we're fine.
Yeah.
How old are they now?
Like 18 and
Oh, okay.
20, nearly 20. So they're, you know,
Yeah, they're capable
okay.
of
they're not
being-
like 6 and 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah, they were
They're
like,
toddlers.
yeah. You and Mummy go.
That's why you're 30. You kept leaving the kids.
Yeah, I
That
know.
was
It was
stressing
sort of
you. What am
really
I
stressful
missing?
decade.
Yeah, 18.
Yeah.
You're like, oh
That's
no,
it.
no.
Yeah, they'll come
back
round,
round.
though.
They'll
They
come
will.
back round.
We all
Yeah.
did that. 18, you didn't want to do any of those family holidays, and then sort of come
no.
mid-20s and late 30s,
You're like,
late
actually,
to
they
late
were
20s,
quite
you do.
nice.
You'd go on holiday with the family.
Yeah.
Now we all go away. Now we're in our 50s. We go to a holiday with my mum. Love it.
Cute.
Best way.
Kids go free, so
Yeah,
that's why
kids
Ange
go
likes to
free,
go.
yeah.
Yeah. Ange is that free child. Yeah. Ange on a water slide.
Mum!
I want to talk to you about Sambal.
Yes.
I'd never heard of Sambal until I did
Sambal,
my
yeah.
Matthew Macfadyen research. You moved to Asia when you were younger.
Yes, 8.
At 8?
Yeah.
And did that sort of instill a love of
Yeah.
more interesting flavours than
It's
your
those
average
flavors and
UK
smells.
baby?
They're just very comforting because
Yeah.
I sort of like you listen to a song or something and
Yeah.
it takes you back to a certain time.
And do you have any now that have lived on that you will make for your
Rendang I
kids?
make.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you make yours then?
I just cook it for it's like 6
Yeah.
hours
Yeah.
and let it it's sort of then you fry the sauce right at the end
Right,
and then
yeah.
leave it overnight and it's delicious and it's sort of hot and spicy and coconutty.
delicious.
And,
Yeah.
Is that just where you were?
We
Where
were
did you
in
go?
Malaysia, but last year we
Malaysia.
went to Indonesia.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
got on a boat and we toured around the island.
did you?
But, there was a team cooking, and it was amazing because every meal it was so fresh.
Yeah.
Even though you think it's in a way fried in a
Yeah.
way, and it's woks and curries, it actually felt really light.
Yes.
There was never a meal that I
You're
felt.
not sort of sweating. No. No.
And also I thought, is it going to be really hot? Some things were, some weren't.
Yeah.
But it's also the quality of the produce.
Yes.
I mean, I couldn't quite,
and it's in sync
delicious.
with the temperature.
Exactly,
And, so
yeah.
you're not,
I mean, we were having like rice for breakfast with a fried egg on top with a bit of chili. I mean, it was, you were just spoiled.
Yeah.
It's very boring when I came back to the UK.
Yeah, you were like, hang on. So do you like to cook at home now?
I less and less. I really got into it in my 30s, actually.
The dark days.
The dark days.
Yeah.
A lot's explaining these 30s now.
Yeah, maybe that's sort of. And I went through a phase. Basically, it was partly it's a combination of greed, and I like the kit. I like the knives and the pans and the.
Yeah.
I can lose hours and hours in kitchen shops.
Yeah.
Yes. Do you have something that you particularly love, like you're quite proud of?
And
I've got some
equipment,
Mauviel pans, which I'm really fond of. I really
What's
love.
that? To
It's
They're
a
like
brand,
a lovely,
French
copper.
ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fancy.
But Keeley, my wife, doesn't like them because they're too heavy.
Right. Oh yeah. Hate
So
everything.
they've been sort of banished a bit.
So you like doing all
And
that?
cast iron. There's a whole
Yes.
world of cast iron. Like there's a lot of weird. It's very nerdy.
Yeah, it is. I think we
Yeah.
have but cast iron was involved today. Am I correct, Ange?
Yes.
Yes.
And I get very sort of territorial and kind of horrible, really, to the rest of my family because they're washing it in the sink. I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Not the cast iron.
Not the cast iron. Yeah.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah.
So you like it less
Get
and
out.
less. And what do you think that is?
I think it's just the faff.
Yeah,
I
the
I think it's partly for cooking for the family for long. Keeley doesn't really cook.
Uh-huh.
If I'm not at home, she'll just sort of not really eat. She'll sort of. There's a lot of Deliveroo action.
Yes.
And she'll sort of take a bit of cheese from the fridge with a bit of coleslaw, and that's it.
Yes. And what about your kids? Because kids can be a cruel critic.
Maggie, my
can't they?
daughter's brilliant.
Yes.
She's really good at cooking, but quite critical as well.
Yes. And
So,
do they have
yeah.
faves where they're like, please do that? And do they have any where they're like, please don't make us have that, Dad?
Yeah, we have sort of greatest hits, probably like every family, So we have like a sausage pasta or a curry, or so we go through a rotation. I try little things, and then they're sort of rejected. I bought a label anglais chicken once, which is sort of those very posh chickens with duvets from France.
Who rejected that?
Well, it was sort of. I'd read about how amazing they were. They
Yeah.
are, and so I just cooked it very simply. And family were like, "This doesn't taste of anything. Like, have you put any? Is there any garlic or lemon?" I was like, "No, I just wanted to,
Just tastes like
It was just really boring.
just chicken. And
Yeah.
they're like, oh.
And it was distressingly expensive. It was like,
I
yeah.
bet, yeah.
Yeah. But Angela, can I ask, do you have like favourite kit, or do you care anymore? Or do
I do.
Or is it all nonsense? Does it all do the same
No, I
stuff?
do have certain knives that I'll use for everything.
Right.
Just because I feel they're comfortable, and they're not the flashiest of knives.
No, they just feel nice.
I love these things, microplanes.
Yeah.
I think they're so good because you can grate so many things with it. But actually, for a chef, or my husband's a chef as well.
Yeah.
We have a kitchen that is very low key. Like, we don't have loads of fancy equipment. We just have good pans,
Yes.
like heavy cast iron pans,
Yeah.
and good knives, and that's it. Because
She
it's
eats
too
a lot
much.
of frozen food in the air fryer.
Does she?
I feel he's now showing off.
What about non-stick pat?
Non-stick,
They
yeah,
just die
certain
after a
things.
few years,
Now
don't
I'm going to
they?
show off. Stanley Tucci sent me his new pan.
Did he?
Stanley, which is non-stick, but it's enormous. I need to get a new stove just for his pan. It's
pan
so
is
big.
enormous.
It's literally, I swear to God, it's like this size. It's huge. But it is non-stick and it's great, and actually perfect for doing like big dishes and
Yeah,
pastas
yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I was very grateful for that. Did you not get one, Nick? Oh, sorry.
So, Ange, what's going on over there, please?
So I'm just plating up our pork belly.
Wow.
So we've got
that
this
looks
fab
fantastic.
pork belly, lovely crispy topping.
Do you ever do a pork belly at home? I always feel a bit scared to do
I've
it.
done it once or twice. Yeah, I did a whole. It was a big palaver. I cooked it. I let it get cool, and I put lots of tins of beans on top of it to press it down overnight,
yes.
and then I fried it. But it wasn't. It was more effort than it was worth.
Yeah.
It was.
Put beans in the air.
Yeah.
I'm feeling
It's
that.
over the tin of beans. That
Yeah.
you
I'm
use to press
feeling
it.
that
yeah,
vibe from you,
yeah.
Matthew. More
Just
effort than
don't
it's worth.
Yeah.
Is it a lot of effort?
It's easy in the sense that you can't really overcook it. It's hard to overcook
Right.
it because
there's so
of
much
all the
fat.
fat there. So we've got a
Wow.
little bit of salsa verde there with it, and
Amazing.
the bone as well, if you like that. And then I'm going to serve
Amazing.
some sides
Wow.
as well.
Pork belly is something that I'd always order out because I don't know how to cook it at home.
Crackling is a mystery.
It's always soggy.
Yeah.
Can't get it crispy.
Did you take the crackling off? No.
No.
What? How is it? What?
It's
what?
just brilliant.
Yeah. Well, how? Listen to that.
Well, there's two sort of methods people do. They either start the pork on a low oven, like 140, 160, and cook it, say, till 30 minutes before it's done, and then turn the heat really high, and then the crackling will go. I always do it at the beginning, so I basically put this. This is my friend Valentine Warner. This is how he does his recipe. So it's salt, fennel seeds, lemon rind, and a touch of garlic. Really mash it all together, chop it all up.
Into the fat.
And then you basically chop it up into a fine sort of, sprinkling, then literally put that all over your scored skin, and then I put it in a hot oven for about 45 minutes till I see it all bubble up.
Hot,
and then
like
I turn
200
it down.
and something?
About, 220.
Okay.
For how long?
So about 45 minutes. You watch it.
Wow.
If after 35 minutes you see it's really starting to come up, then it's and then you just turn it down. Then you cook it for the rest of the time for another hour, say, depending on the size of the pork, obviously. But it sounds stupid and patronising, but it's good pork. Not a really wet pork.
No bit of wet,
from
soggy.
a good farmer that's been reared properly. And we do brilliant pork in this country. It's just using it and I always think don't mess around with it.
That is so good. That is perfect.
amazing.
And then, how long does the pork need to rest for, Ange? Once we've got that pork belly
probably a
out,
good half an hour, I'd say. Yeah.
and we're doing
That's
this.
another mystery about resting meat.
I think people get nervous and think you can't rest meat a long time, but you actually can. And that's why, that's why I always laugh when I cook with Neil, because I'm always in a hurry and impatient. I'm like, get it out, slice it, get it on the table. He goes, will you just calm down?
Oh, really? Just
Have a glass
relax.
of wine, chill out, and let
Yeah.
the meat rest. And he's absolutely right. It's much better.
Okay.
And so this, you'll be lucky, actually, because this rested in a long time, so it keeps nice and
Okay.
moist, you see.
It's fantastic. And you've done it today with a side of baked gnocchi.
Yeah.
What have we got in there? We've got some pumpkin.
So we've got cavolo nero and pumpkin, which is our perfect season now.
Yes.
It's Halloween. We've seen all the pumpkins on the doorsteps, and it's the right season. It's the one thing that is beautifully seasonal. There's so many varieties these days now. We all think it's that big French one, that you see on all the doorsteps, but there's so many other smaller ones, from the Prince pumpkin, the Delica pumpkin. They're all amazing. So buy your squashes.
I love a squash.
Love a
Yeah.
squash.
Love a squash.
Terrible
Love a squash.
waste, you could argue, that Halloween
Yes.
is of
I know.
pumpkins. Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, I got all little mini ones for Halloween
Yeah.
and put them in our kitchen on the shelf.
Okay.
And Misha was like, are you going to bin them now? And I said, no, we can cook them. He's like, can't cook them. I was like, of
course you
Of
can.
course you can. They're
For
edible.
Halloween. Yeah.
He was
No, no.
like, they've been on a shelf. I was like, they've also been in the back. I was like, dirty van. So,
Do you want a bit more pork, Matthew?
Could I have a little bit
Yes,
more?
of course.
Very much.
so Ange has actually filmed prior to you arriving.
Right.
And also me arriving.
Thank you very, very much.
A
Steal a
how-to
little
bit.
gnocchi guide on how to make gnocchi.
Yes.
Is it quite simple? Could we do it?
So boil your potatoes in salted water. Once they're cooked, take them out, peel them while they're still, you boil them in their skin, peel them while they're still hot, and then put them through a ricer.
Yeah.
And Matthew's looking at me going, see, faff. That's all that's going through his head, faff. Through the ricer, allow them to cool, then mix them with Parmesan, egg, and flour. And then you have
And
your
then you
dough.
make the little-
Yeah, and then you make your little gnocchi.
Every week when I see and hear Ange cook, I'm like, I'm going to do that.
And every week
And
he
every
doesn't.
week, I've actually done, I think, it once in 101 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I've actually done it. Because I'm like, wow, you make it, I could do that. And you just see him making it and like doing it. And like,
Yeah.
I could so do that.
But you can buy
Yeah, good
great
gnocchi, yeah.
made gnocchi. And we're doing this because with Waitrose at Christmas this year, we're doing these lovely seasonal dishes that we're serving as a supper club. So if you don't want to prepare for lots of guests, we've got a great
dispatch.
pork dispatch. Yeah.
That is the best pork belly I've ever tasted.
Oh
Do you think?
wow!
It really
thank
is,
you,
yeah.
Matthew.
Wow.
It really,
Well,
really
please
is.
have more.
Wow.
It's
It is
I'm
sensational.
sweating with,
With
Yeah.
pork.
Yeah.
With pork. It's a
Wow.
lot
A
of
little
pork.
bit,
He's
yeah.
eaten a pig. If you'd like to cook the rolled porchetta or the baked gnocchi that Angela's been talking about for your Christmas, you can head to Waitrose Entertaining to pre-order Angela's Dispatch Christmas menu. So you can go on there, you can order it. Angela's basically done everything for you, and then you whack it in the oven.
Whack it in the oven, then it's
Whack
done.
it in the oven, and it's done. Now that's what I'm going to do. Not making the gnocchi. I'm going to just do the dispatch. The wine pairing with this, we've gone for a red Ange. What have we got?
Where's my notes? Oh, there we go. Oh, we've got a fantastic Primitivo.
Yes.
Lovely wine from Puglia, the best in the world they make, the best Primitivo in the world. It's a big, powerful wine, takes on all the richness of the gnocchi and the intense flavours of blackberry and fig, which partner very well with pork belly. Stop crunching over my crackling.
Hey, we should talk about the fact that you kicked off Christmas for us with the Waitrose Christmas ad.
It was good fun, yeah.
Was it fun? It
was
looked
such fun.
What
Yeah.
cast?
What a lovely cast.
Yeah.
Great cast.
Oh, the best. And I was especially delighted because I worked with Sian Clifford.
Yes.
Who's brill in something called Quiz a few years ago. So it was nice to see her again.
Yeah.
I love when the Christmas adverts begin because you know it's like the season is upon. This
Yeah.
one had a twist. It had a sort of, murder mystery element to it.
Yeah, so
around
it's a
the
nice
dessert.
little irreverent it's not, it's
Yes.
sort of, there's no cheese.
Yes.
No.
There, I hope
It's not
that,
like this Christmas.
Yeah.
Try a pie. Or whatever.
Yeah.
No, it was like
someone stole
yeah,
pudding.
I love it.
Some greedy swine.
Stole it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you shoot that something crazily like in Easter?
I want to say a month ago.
Oh,
maybe?
really? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And did they do anything festive on set in your breaks? Were they like, hey, it's hot chocolate?
But they put fake snow in the garden, and so it was sort of very odd, but quite
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Not unpleasant. Yeah, you think, oh, it's Christmas.
It's Christmas.
Oh.
Probably
Yeah.
not. What is
Yeah.
Christmas like at yours? Was it similar to anything we see in the advert? Is there
It's-
high crime?
No, there's not. It's quite. I think Keeley and I now we want to sort of mix it up a bit. I think partly it's a function of the kids getting older. Maybe not this year, but next year we'll go away and do something
Right,
different.
okay,
And
yeah.
awful to say, but I felt a bit sort of resentful of the washing up last year.
Right.
I was sort of sweating into gravy
So you were
making.
cooking and washing up.
Yeah, I was just like, well,
That's
it
tough.
just the whole, and the kids, everyone sort of ate quite quickly, and the kids sort of left to go
right.
and
Yeah.
see their girlfriends or boyfriends. And
I would feel resentful about that.
yeah, you would just sort of, I sound like a terrible Grinch now. But I think it would be nice to sort of go somewhere else or do,
We have big family Christmases, and I generally cook and with help and stuff. But one year it was at my house, and there was about 20 of us. And my cousin, who is lovely, but she'd already wound me up because they made the Christmas presents. I mean, who the hell has time to make Christmas presents? But she did.
Right.
So she'd written a book for my nephew, and she made these Florentine biscuits and put them all in these beautiful wrapping
Amazing.
and everything. And I'd just cooked 20, Christmas for 20. And my mum and my brother were like, Angela, have you tasted these Florentine biscuits? They are
You're like, they're just
delicious.
flapjacks.
They are delicious. You really need to learn how to make them. I'm
Christmas
like,
rage.
Are you
Yeah, are
really
you-
taking the
you were,
lot here?
yeah.
I said,
I
I've
know.
just cooked for you. And
Yeah.
they're going, yeah, but these
These
biscuits, these are like
biscuits.
better than anything you've made today.
How dare they? Have you had hot Christmas? Have you had Christmas away? Because I love the idea, what you were saying, Matthew, of
Yeah,
doing
on a
it.
beach.
But then I'm
Or
like,
somewhere.
what if I don't like it when I get
No,
there?
I was working in Barbados one year and I had hot Christmas.
Yeah.
And I don't mind it. And I've been
No.
in Dubai for hot Christmas. It's
Yeah.
brilliant. It's quite fun.
Partly it's a memory of Jakarta, and
Yeah,
because we,
of course.
we'd
Yeah,
go
of
and play
course.
tennis in the afternoon,
Yeah.
or
Oh, yeah,
it was
that
sort of
is
great.
quite fun.
Yeah, like 30 degrees outside.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
kids. See you later.
Yeah.
We're off.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to have the star of the Christmas advert as
Yeah.
dessert today. The number one red velvet bauble dessert for pudding. It's on
Are
the
we?
way.
Yes.
We are.
I didn't have any on the day.
Did you not?
No.
Today
Yeah.
is the day. Today is the day we have
Yeah.
one on the way. So there was a lot of theories in the advert. It was like a two-parter.
Yes.
In that they set off that someone has stolen the dessert.
Yes.
You had to figure out.
But they're all
who.
full of resentment, actually. It's kind of darker than
Yeah.
it might seem, I'd
Yeah.
say.
It is, yeah.
They're
Quite
all
hard to
furious. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
didn't look like a happy family
No.
at one stage.
No.
So it was all really,
Yeah.
But you would be fuming if that happened.
Yeah, of course.
My Auntie Carmel had sort of the real, kind of more dramatic version of that in that her dog got up and ate the turkey, like a big, massive Labrador. They were like-
on the quiet.
on the quiet, so they went in and like the Christmas dinner's gone. So it's like you've been talking about it for like 4 months,
Yeah.
or whatever, and then
Someone's got up at 6 to sort the
yeah,
turkey
like
out.
they've been out and bought it and ate everything. So they just had like some carrots
Nice.
on Christmas Day, and obviously everywhere's closed.
some frazzles.
So it was quite triggering for Auntie Carmel.
Yes.
this advert. Yeah, she was like,
Yeah.
She's taking it back to
PTSD.
1999. She's like, I've been there. But this advert was in like a two-parter.
Yeah.
So you had to figure out, or you were offered to make a guess as to who had eaten the dessert.
Yeah.
What was your theory? Because I think I had a really good theory, and it was completely
My
wrong.
theory, well, I did say the cat because our dog has eaten stuff off our table.
Yeah.
Like we had a treacle pudding once, and he just jumped up, knocked it, and ate the whole lot.
Yeah.
So dogs
Pig
do
ate
it.
a full duck and pancakes once
There
from the
you go, you
Chinese.
see? Yeah.
I thought it was the uncle who brought it.
Yeah.
And I thought what he'll have done is something that my mum would have done, would get it out of the packaging, put it on like a windowsill to get to room temperature maybe.
Oh.
Put the packaging in the fridge, which my mum has done. I'm like,
Yes.
why's the packet in the fridge?
Nothing
It
there.
says refrigerate.
Yeah.
But not the box. The dessert.
Stop.
100%. So I thought, I bet that's what's happened.
Chilling the package.
Yes.
Yeah. I was like, I don't think you need to put the packaging in. It's the dessert.
I love
so
that.
I thought it was that, but
Yeah.
we were wrong.
We were both
We were
wrong.
all
It
both
was
wrong.
Steve.
Yeah.
It was
We
Steve, yeah. Again, the stress of cooking the whole thing, which
Yeah.
you did.
Yeah.
There you
It was
go.
the
He was
stress.
like, I'm going to
Yeah.
go and eat the pudding.
He started
Yeah.
to resent them. And
did.
he was like, I'm going to eat this in a
It's
shell.
all about rage.
Yeah.
Really, it's anger and
very
rage.
dark.
It is.
dark
yeah.
opera.
I did like the
Yeah.
fact though he hid it under the gingerbread.
Yeah, it's very clever.
house. I thought
Very
that was
clever. Now, we want to talk about Succession.
Yes.
Surprise. We do. I actually wrote in my notes, holy because we were so excited to talk about Succession. And before you came in, we were saying, can't remember sort of a telly show having such a grasp on everyone and
Yeah.
everyone being like so into it and so excited, or I can, but kind of things that I found quite boring and not really been into. So it's like, do you know what I mean? Like the stuff my mum would be into, like,
Yeah.
what's happened on Corrie with that tram? But this felt like brilliant television that really gripped the world.
Yes.
Did you know when you get a script for something like Succession, do you get a sense of like, this is actually really, really good?
Not initially, because you get the pilot.
Yeah.
And it was quite a thing to read. I mean, it's quite an amazing thing to read, but it was quite sort of twisty and spiky and odd. And it was in the world of finance. And you're going, okay, what's going on? This is just the pilot. We did the read-through for the pilot on the day of Election Day in New York in 2016. And we all went to a party at the director's house after this terrifying read-through. So it's that was a brilliant backdrop to the show.
Wow, yeah.
Of course.
And then you turn up and you start shooting episode 2, and as the episodes came in and you develop these relationships, you sort of think, oh, this is good. This is funny and weird and sort of moving
Yeah.
and ugly and odd.
But it is described as a comedy in some weird way.
I think it is in the sense that it's just absurd, because
Yeah.
life is a comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sort of absurd.
Yeah.
And it's that adage that, if you can make people laugh and you see the ridiculousness of life, it's terribly tender and
Yeah.
moving and real, as well. I mean, it has to be. It's
Yeah,
the,
of
it's
course.
the two sides of the same coin. So I thought it was very human.
Yeah.
Even despite moments of sort of farce, really. But again, life is like, I'd be doing these scenes with Nick Braun, who played Greg.
Yeah.
And they were so silly, but the more serious in life and death we played them, the more, I think, the funnier they were.
Yeah.
Because that's what people are like, But I don't know. But I didn't quite. You never quite know how it's going to land.
Was it a slow burn when it started?
It was, yeah. It was the sort of show that everyone.
yeah.
It was the show that you hadn't seen but should see. Maybe
Yes.
that was the sort of feel you'd hear.
Yeah, because then it just became like this thing that sort of engulfed the world, didn't it? We all watched it.
And
we
they're
talked
also
about it.
revolting in many. So
Yeah,
ways.
they're
That was
gross,
sort of
yeah.
like,
And
why
it's
am I?
kind of
Why do I
brutal,
care?
Yeah.
But also because everyone compares and no one ever knows whether it's based on the Murdochs or not. And there's, and that is continuing in their life, the parallels of it. So,
absolutely.
And all the politics that you see, because it was about the time of Trump. So
Yeah.
you're seeing, are they influencing the, and
Yeah.
that's one of the reasons I was so addicted. Apart from the fact it was incredible, it's just, you felt, my God, this is real life. Even though it wasn't, but that you
It's sort
felt
of-
it could be.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. But and then but we would shoot episodes that felt heightened.
Yeah.
And then you'd look at the news the next day and think, no, it wasn't really heightened.
Yeah.
It wasn't really
Yeah.
like calling an election and all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff, and the sort of glamour and attraction of sort of hard right politicians, and also how people get their news.
Yeah.
Which certainly in America, it's like it's sort of family-owned news
Yeah.
operations. And
Yeah.
yeah, it was just fun, and it was, apart from anything else, it was just a really lovely group of people.
Yeah.
Actors always say that, but it really they were just, I miss them.
Yeah, I bet.
I don't miss playing Tom, because you can't play the same part forever, but I miss getting together
Yeah.
every year.
You had some moments where you thought, Jesus, did that just happen? Did you ever anticipate things like that? Especially like when Logan dies, you know, did you think that's happening?
So
You know.
Jesse got a bunch of us on a Zoom and told us before we started shooting that they were going to kill him off.
Yeah.
And he'd taken Brian out for lunch.
Oh God, I bet Brian was not happy.
Well, Jesse was very scared.
I bet
yeah.
I don't think I'd want to tell
Shall we
Brian
order?
that.
But I thought it was brilliant.
Yeah.
Masterchef, because you don't see it coming, and it's so banal. It's just, you know, there's no...
Yeah.
And it's all off stage. Like you see his legs, you know, it's like the king is dead. It's off stage, so it's all in your imagination. It's a brilliant bit
That
of writing.
was, no, I did not know.
So there was obviously so much talk about Succession, so many theories. There were so many like fan forums on, you know, who meant what's going on. And this one we really, really liked because we wanted to get your perspective on this. It's a Reddit theory of Succession that involves food. So we were like, hello.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the best analysis of the show is that I've seen is that a breakdown of how Tom is the only character who actively enjoys his wealth, as seen his approach to food and drink. You literally never see the Roys eating, but multiple crucial Tom scenes revolve around meals. That was Time Summer 5 who had that theory. Was that a thing? Was that a discussion? Was anyone like, no.
Move on.
But it's sort of true, actually.
Yeah.
It's interesting in hindsight,
Like, oh, yeah, enjoy it.
He ate the ortolan, you know, those songbirds.
Yes.
You have to put your...
Yeah.
To hide you from God.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can't see you eating the little birdies.
The crazy sausage thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the chicken with Logan.
God,
and
Oh, yeah. That you can't make a tomlet without breaking some Greggs.
Yeah, there is a lot of food.
Yeah.
There was also this one from when you eat chicken off Logan's plate.
Yeah.
He ate my chicken, what's next? Stick his in my potato salad.
Great line. What a line.
Great line. What a line.
What a line. You get that and you're like,
God.
Now
Thank
that's
you.
right.
Genius.
turn over. Yeah.
What's next?
Yeah.
That is
God.
good. Okay, so dessert we have the infamous from the Christmas advert, #1 red velvet bauble dessert.
It's a bit of crunch to it.
It's got a bit of crunch. Oh, it has got a bit of crunch to it.
I've said red velvet underneath.
It's all right.
It's nice.
Yeah. Very good. Well done, Waitrose.
Wow, Ange, talk me through the recipe, Ange.
Well, I think it's a red velvet sponge under it. It feels like a cheesy cake texture.
Very
you know
good.
what it's like? It's not too sweet.
Stealable. Yeah, it's true.
Not too sweet.
Yeah.
Sometimes I
Best
think
enjoyed in a shed.
stealable.
We want to do our quick fire food quiz with you, Matthew.
Okay.
So we will ask you a question. You just give us your quick fire answer. We would like to know, Matthew, your favourite way to eat eggs.
Scrambled.
What is your favourite sandwich filling?
Marmite.
Oh.
And peanut butter.
Oh. Your favourite herb?
Thyme.
Thyme.
Oh. Thyme or rosemary. Yeah,
Yeah, I love
thyme.
rosemary.
Yeah, rosemary
both
maybe.
good.
Do you have a favourite flavour of crisp?
Salt and vinegar McCoy's.
I like them McCoys, especially from a garage.
Like a Yorkie from a garage is good.
Yeah,
Raisin
like the
biscuit
petrol
Yorkie.
in the air.
Yeah, exactly.
Since we are in the festive mood, panettone or Christmas pudding?
Christmas pudding.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sprouts or parsnips?
Sprouts.
Oh.
Stuffing or pigs in blankets?
Stuffing.
Your favourite festive snack?
Smoked salmon and blinis and those kind of
Nice.
dishes.
yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favourite Christmas dessert?
Probably a trifle.
Oh, yeah. That's a good
A really good trifle.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. Can I return to sandwich filling just
Yes.
to ask you a question about
Yes.
my wife's preferred? So Keeley's favourite filling of a sandwich. This is just to ask your opinion about this and advice, like why she likes it. But it's like cheap white bread, toasted with
Yeah.
butter,
Yeah.
roast chicken,
Yeah.
cream cheese, iceberg lettuce, Branston, mayo and salt. What's that?
Oh.
Texture stuff. She likes the crunch of the crispy
I'm-
from
Yeah.
there. I agree with that.
Do you?
I like
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
I'm not adverse to a cheap white bread sandwich.
No.
Yeah.
I think it
Chicken
should
and
be
cream
on.
cheese though.
Yeah, the
Cream cheese is the one, you know. That's, yeah, Keely, get
I'd
rid
only
of
do
that.
one wet thing.
Yes.
So
that's
I'd
it.
do cream cheese or Branston or mayo.
Yeah.
She's,
Yeah,
she's
but she's-
I just
overboard.
wanted to throw
Yeah.
it out there just because it's been worrying me.
I think that's
It's been a long,
yeah.
it's
I
a
would
long
bin
time,
cream
and our
cheese.
marriage is still great.
Yes.
And but
Sandwich
it's her
aside.
favourite sandwich,
Yeah.
and
Do you have to make it, or do you?
No, I
refuse
won't
to?
make it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Wow.
she'll go to a sandwich shop.
Yeah. Okay. I'm intrigued. I
Yeah.
will try.
Yeah.
I will try.
Anyway.
I will try the Keeley.
Just
The
the
Keeley,
Keeley.
yes.
Just a Keeley, please.
Yeah.
Matthew, we come to the end of the show question. Here is your question for the chance to win the Waitrose goodie bag. It shall be yours.
This is it.
This is it. That's a nice bag.
Nice bag.
Bag for
A bag
life.
for life.
Very big bag for life.
That is good, isn't it? Nice geometric print.
Yes.
Okay, all you got to do is answer this question. If you could read aloud, please, Matthew.
End of show
Macfadyen.
question. One simple question to answer is if there were a lie detector test here. Picture the scene. You are on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. You're on £16,000 and are just about to make it to your safety net of £32,000. Which Succession castmates in character are you calling as your phone a friend?
Who knows stuff about stuff?
I think I would call Shiv.
Yeah, that's what I
Yes.
thought.
I thought Jerry.
I thought Shiv because she's smart.
Yes.
Very
She's really
smart.
clever, Shiv.
So is Jerry. I think.
Jerry is. Jerry's.
Yeah.
I hadn't
she
thought of
is,
Jerry.
yeah.
It's a really good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shiv.
Shiv.
Partly because Tom's a little bit scared of her and she'd be like, why didn't you call me?
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, she would. Yeah.
That actually
yeah.
is the correct answer.
And even if she was in a bad
Jerry.
I
mood,
couldn't get through to you.
yeah.
Even
Even if she was in a bad mood, you should still do the decent thing and answer the question.
I think
She'd
she
be
would.
like, you
Yeah.
should swear
because
at
she
you.
would want, it would
Yeah.
reflect badly on her
Exactly,
if I
yeah.
got it wrong.
and she's
Yeah.
desperate for £32,000.
Yes. A very poor lady.
Very poor.
In a helicopter.
Matthew, thank you so much.
Yes,
A
thank
round of
you
applause
so
for our
much.
guest. The goodie
Thank
bag
you.
is yours. Matthew Macfadyen, everybody. Thank you.